Alright, Bonox, this video is all about Omni-Man. Just came out, and I've played a couple in ranked and realized, hey, maybe I should break this character down to see what my options are before I just hop into ranked and try and beat him. So today we're going to go through his entire moveset, kind of where he's vulnerable, where he's very strong, that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you want to learn how to beat Omni-Man and all sorts of other Mortal Kombat 1 tutorials, consider subscribing if you're new around here. That being said, let's get into it.
Accept your death.
I'm just going to get this out of the way first because I don't think this is intentional, but it's something that's kind of interesting, is that, like, Omni-Man can actually pull you towards the corner by using his backwards dash. Again, I don't think this is intentional, but, yeah, so he can kind of just move you to the corner. Just a funny thing I thought I'd mention. Let's start looking at his normals here. So most of them are pretty standard stuff, just kind of leading into his other combo attacks. Obviously, an outlier would be forward 2. It's big overhead. Do a little cross-up thing. Now this move is minus 14 on block, so just make sure that you kind of have your punish ready. I don't know why I chose Lee May for this, but I did. I like this new costume that came out with her. Kind of reminds me of the olden days, the 3D era. So yeah, the forward 2 is really good. Make sure you punish it accordingly. Next is forward 3, and this is a double hitting move, so this is going to be really, really good to stuff wake-up attacks. Yeah, it's a mid into low. Kind of reminiscent of Doomsday, if you ever played Injustice 1. Sorry to remind you of that. This move is punishable at, I believe, minus 11. And leaves him kind of fairly close to you, so you have to do a bit of a quick punish, but you can get the punish on that. And this is, whenever it comes to punishes, you really do got to make sure that you just kind of establish to your opponent that you know what the punishes are, otherwise they'll just start abusing stuff on you. And then it slowly starts to take away their options the more that you show what you know. Then lastly, his sweep is minus 7 on block, so you can't really do much about it. It does have a little bit of pushback there too to keep him safe. And it does quite a bit of damage on hit. I think it's like 138. Yeah, 138 damage for a sweep is pretty crazy, with 15 hit advantage. So, yeah, so those are kind of his normals there. So let's go into his strings and see what we can do there. So starting with his 1-2-2 string, this one will kind of hit you away, full screen, and this is kind of like where Omni-Man kind of thrives, is in this general area, because he can kind of just scoot around here. He doesn't really care about footsies. He's just going to force his way in. So this string, there's not too much you can do about it here. There's no flawless block gaps or anything that you can really take advantage of. It doesn't really change its frame data. It says 0 on block. However, after the first hit, you can armor. So there is that option, but personally I find that armoring after first hits of stuff isn't always the easiest. But as long as you know that you have an option there, that's the important part. So back 1-1 is going to be a combo launcher for him. He can start a combo off at whatever. Much like Baraka and Liu Kang, though, the second hit of this is a high, so you can just duck it and full combo punish with whatever your punish string is. That being said, he does have back 1-2, which is a mid-mid, to kind of kill that mind game of, are you going to duck that or not? Because if you're going to duck that, oh, I get smoked with the mid, and you're back to that same annoying range where Omni-Man wants to keep you. This, of course, is also safe on block. No sort of gap or flawless block you can take advantage of. So next string is his standing 2-2, which is the overhead. This is also safe at minus 1. There's not enough time for you to get an up block in on this particular attack. But similar to his first one, the armor gap is after the first hit. So when there's some consistency like this, it makes it a little bit easier. Katana's very similar in this way, that her armor gaps are always after the first hit of her string. So this is where it makes it a little bit easier to armor against Omni-Man, is like as soon as you see him start a string with one hit, you know, both of those strings are going to have that armor gap almost right away, so you can blow through if that's how you choose to use your armor. You can also complete the string if he wants by doing the full 2-2-2, and this is 0 on block. However, it does have a flawless block gap in the last hit that makes it down to minus 10. Now, this will take some practice because there is a bit of a block stun here before you're actually allowed to actually punish him. And if you enter your string in too soon, you're going to get the wrong buttons, and you're going to miss your punish. So just make sure that you practice this one if you plan to use it. See, there's quite the delay there before we were actually able to get our standing one in, so just be aware of that. Forward 4, 1, 1 plus 3 has ridiculous range. Like, look at that dash right into it. It was almost like full screen, pretty much. It's crazy. That's so much range. He can special cancel this string if he wants into, say, Viltrumite stance, into something else, or he could cancel it into a throw. Both, of course, are decent options. The throw will not come out if you block the first 2 hits of it, though, so just keep that in mind. Other than that, you just kind of have to hold this string. You can't punish it. You take your turn back afterwards as it's -6, but there's no armor grab in it. There's no flawless block you can take advantage of. He can just kind of throw it out, like everything at this range. He's just, this is really where he wants to be, is in that range, which is also detrimental to kind of do this move in the first place, because now he's right up in your face, and he is a little bit on the slow side. So if you can close distance and kind of keep him close to you, punish, use your plus frames or whatever you got, kind of keep him close, that's probably the best way to fight Omni. Go on to his special moves, starting with the Mega Clap. He's kind of going to use this to kind of control the space without actually moving in. And the enhanced one, of course, will eat up projectiles. So unless you have like a fast-moving special move, it's -15, so if he does it in your face, it's punishable, but I mean, a good Omni-Man is not going to be doing that. They're going to be doing that to close this, to kind of control this distance here, and if it hits you, it'll hit you like back full screen. Then you can kind of work that, trying to make you whiff something to move in again. So, my advice to this is just block the Mega Clap if you can, and use the negative frames to move your character in to start doing your pressure. Again, just keeping Omni-Man close and not letting him try and play around the area that he wants to play in. So, unless you have a really fast moving attack, I don't think even... Oh yeah, so Lee May's like lunging thing kind of works. Probably not at max distance. No, I got a reversal there, but yeah, if you have a special move like that, then maybe. So this next one, the Giblet Maker? Giblet Maker? Giblet Maker, right? That's gotta be, that's how that's pronounced. This is his wake up attack. So this is his armored move. Very quick, closes distance, but again, it's -15. So if you can, just react to this and block it. Full combo punish with whatever your punish is. But again, yeah, really fast. You know, just have to kind of gauge how risky the Omni-Man player is and how much, you know, they're willing to just throw things like this out. Because again, most of the things that Omni-Man can do, like they cover this distance like really fast and really well, but they are punishable. You just have to make sure that you have your punish ready for whatever he's going to do. So, alright, so this is definitely one that you should know. So we're going to go over the Viltrumite stance right here. So the enhanced one is the better of the two. The regular one you can just hit him out of. The enhanced one, all irregular attacks, projectiles, everything, and he'll just kind of ridicule you as you whiff stuff, so just be careful.
Boring.
Like that. However, both the regular and the enhanced one are not immune to low attacks. So a low attacks will hit him out of it, but again, a lot of Omni-Mans are probably going to be using this kind of around this range here and just waiting for you to kind of whiff something to whiff punish you. So let's go over his options here on what he can actually do against his actual Viltrumite attacks. So the first one is his little Viltrumite grab, and I mean, if they're doing this on block, just blow them up. It's super negative, -17. You might catch this on like a hit confirm if someone's trying to hit confirm like forward 4-1 into this, and then just like this is their hit confirm and just does it. But I don't see too many people just going to be throwing this out there. But if they are, it's -17. Just punish it. Next is the Viltrumite stance into standing 2, where again he just kind of teleports around, tries to hit you. Again, it's -21, so big punish opportunity here. A few Omni-Men that I played are usually wait for you to press a button before they do that, so if you can kind of maybe fake them out a little bit, I find that kind of moving in on them kind of forces them to kind of get, you know, and then they try and press a button and then put themselves into a full punish state, so getting some mind games that way might be an idea. This combo's just fun to do, I don't know, it's just short and sweet, you know. Standing 4 is the big rising uppercut. Be doing to start a combo or something, and again, super negative. Make sure to punish them. And finally, this is the one that I saw a lot of people abusing online in my matchups, which was his kind of diving overhead. It's -1 on block with a little bit of pushback. kind of awkward underneath. You can, however, just up block it. So if you see that someone's abusing this, you just wait. I mistimed it there. Up block. There's a punish. It kills the pushback on the move and also makes it punishable. It is easier said than done though because of all the other options that he has. So again, you kind of have to watch what your opponent is doing and adjust accordingly. But yeah, that's definitely a fairly easy punish once you kind of get the hang of that. But given all the other options that Omni-Man has, it can get a little hairy sometimes. And on top of this, don't forget that he can use certain cameos to cover these as well. This is just a general overall kind of on his moves. But if he has the right cameo, like Goro or something like that, he can throw Goro out to do the raise the roof after he does the overhead to keep him safe. So just make sure that you're keeping an eye on your opponent's cameo meter as well to see kind of what they're going to be. And lastly, Invincible Rush is again just another kind of screw neutral move. Minus 19, but again a really awkward kind of block stun on this. So you'll see after you block it, he kind of like shifts backwards and then it kind of lands awkwardly forward. So you want to wait until he's back on the ground before you punish him again. Again, minus 19, so kind of the theme with Omni-Man. I almost said Aquaman there, that's weird. But yeah, again, he can really move in on this space. The only safe option he has to do that, however, is the overhead, and we can up block that. So just make sure that you kind of, matchup experience and whatnot, train yourself to react to that. But yeah, just a lot of screw neutral moves and leaving himself wide open. So again, Omni-Man is a fantastic character. I think he's going to do very well, and paired with the right cameo, it's going to be very hard to beat him. But that being said, that's it. That's Omni-Man's complete moveset, your options against it, what you can do, what you can't do. Again, this is always going to differ depending on your opponent. This isn't a how to beat Omni-Man every single time kind of a thing. This is just arming you with the tools to play this game better and think about how to beat your opponent. I had to do something, I'm sorry. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like because it really helps me out, and subscribe if you haven't because I make new videos almost every single day. Hashtag Bonehawks, all that stuff, and we'll see all you Bonehawks in the next video.
Accept your death.